Hello fans and friends, and welcome to another video. My name's Keir Smith. For today's video, I'd like to talk about that Fleetwood Mac album that nobody seems to talk about. So today, I'd like to talk about 1982's Mirage. After the exhausting creative process that yielded 1979's double album Tusk and the ill-tempered and long Tusk tour that ran from September 1979 through October 1980, the band took a hiatus and went their separate ways through much of 1981. Mick Fleetwood, Stevie Nicks and Lindsey Buckingham all released solo albums that year, but the band got back together in late 1981 and went over to Hérouville in France to record what would become the Mirage album. But when appraising Fleetwood Mac's stellar back catalogue, history shows that Mirage seems to get skimmed over a little. The debut album, at least by this lineup, from 1975, is rightly praised with great songs like Rhiannon, Landslide and I'm So Afraid, and the follow-up to that, 1977's Rumours album, well, little needs to be said about the quality of that album and its huge and enduring success. And the aforementioned Tusk album from 1979 may not be to everyone's taste, but it was certainly a creative, ambitious and sprawling project that garnered the band the artistic praise that Lindsey Buckingham certainly craved, as well as producing some of the band's best songs. And the same can certainly be said for the excellent Tango in the Night album from 1987. Little Lies, Everywhere and Big Love were all big hit singles, and that album was huge, going on to sell some 15 million copies worldwide. Okay, not quite Rumours numbers, but a hugely popular album nonetheless. But not too much seems to get said about Mirage. It always seems to get skipped over in the Fleetwood Mac narrative. It doesn't seem to get held in as high regard as those aforementioned albums. Now why is that? Mirage was released at the beginning of July 1982 and sold very well upon its release. Number 5 in the UK, and it went all the way to the top of the charts, number 1 in the USA. So let me take you through the album now, track by track. There's 12 songs on it, 6 on each side for those listening on vinyl, and let me remind you of the qualities and the great songs that are on Mirage. The album opens with the Christine McVie pen tune, Love in Store, and is a familiar sound for the band, a soft rock pop tune. It's upbeat with a strong Mick Fleetwood backbeat and a buzzing bass line by John McVie and clean clipped guitar chords by Lindsey Buckingham. I really like the harmonies on this track, and that's not the last time I'll say this on this album, and it's a nice enough tune, nothing spectacular but a steady start. Can't Go Back is next, and this is one of 5 Lindsey Buckingham penned songs here, and it picks up the pace with a bright melody and a spirited vocal. Lindsey sings, "Standing in the shadows, the man I used to be, I want to go back." But the response from Stevie and Christine is, "Can't go back, can't go back." And later Lindsey sings, "She was just a dream maker, a dreamer of sighs, shadow on the one who used to cry." Was this an autobiographical song? Was it about Stevie? I don't know, but it's a really good song. A Stevie song next, she weighs in with the sympathetic and country-tinged song That's Alright. And this has a lovely, upbeat and bouncy acoustic arrangement. Stevie sings, "Now I decided that yesterday I would leave you, I'm alright." Now this song was actually written back in 1974, which was pre-Fleetwood Mac fame for both Stevie and Lindsey. But if you were listening to this song for the first time, you could be forgiven for thinking this was about Lindsey. And Lindsey provides some great harmonies here on the excellent chorus when Stevie sings, "Please, I've been taking my time. You know it's been on my mind. I hope you find a love, your own designs of love. That's alright." It's very catchy, another really good song, and one that I find myself singing often. Another Lindsey song next, Book of Love, and these harmonies have a distinct doo-wop style about them. Lindsey sobs, "Walked out, goodbye, I swore I never would cry, tore a page of my heart." And then he cries with exasperation in the chorus, "Tell me who wrote the Book of Love? Was it somebody from above? Surely he must know all the rules, knowledge not meant for mortal fools." And I always felt that this song was a little throwaway. The lyrics were relatively easy, but there's a piercing guitar solo at the end that's superb, and I really like the song. So, 4 songs in, all good, no complaints, but no song there that would crack my top 20 Fleetwood Mac songs. But then, track 5 comes the jewel in Mirage's crown. It is Stevie's Gypsy. Oh, Be Still My Beating Heart. This song is gorgeous. Stevie's lyrics are wistfully nostalgic as she remembers her humble surroundings pre-Fleetwood Mac fame. The beautiful chiming riff is truly wonderful and those breathy harmonies are perfection. And Lindsay's song arrangements and the melodic touches that he places throughout the song provide this melancholic backdrop, but it takes the listener on the most ear-pleasing journey. For example, that ascending melody in the middle eight where Stevie, who is in fantastic voice throughout this song, sings to the gypsy that remains, faces freedom with a little fear, I have no fear, have only love. And the outro of this song is one of the most dazzling and delightful pieces of music that's ever been put to record, to my ears at least. John McVie's bass line is so good, and Lindsay's guitar solo, that crystalline, clean guitar sound that he gets, is incredible. Lindsay has played so many great guitar solos, not only on Fleetwood Mac records, but on his solo albums too. But this one thrills me like no other. Just to confirm, Gypsy, Fleetwood Mac, 10 out of 10. One of their best songs, if not their best. Only Over You closes side one, and this is a Christine McVie heartbreak ballad that sees her mournfully lamenting the split from her Beach Boy boyfriend, Dennis Wilson. She sings, I'm out of my mind, and it's only over you. I really like that semi-falsetto jump that she makes with her voice when she sings, I'm out of my mind. And those harmonies that ghost in on the chorus are so good. And Lindsay's sympathetic guitar solo on the outro is so well done. It flows so well and fits the feel and the mood of the song brilliantly. The sound and the tone of it, it's high quality and it's a lovely song. Side 2 of the album opens with Lindsay's Empire State and the reliable rhythm section of Mick and John lock into a tight and cool groove here. Lindsay sounds excited at a potential second chance as he sings, New York, open your eyes to me, let me be what I want to be, tell me it's not too late. This quirky song has a less is more approach to it, but with those lap harp flourishes and Lindsay's biting vocals and the vocal effects, it's possibly the most experimental song here. And Mick and John set up the outro perfectly here, where Lindsay takes it away with a sharp and striking guitar solo. Another good song. But for me, the strength of this album lies in the final 5 tracks, where the quality of song is taken up a notch. Starting with the superb Straight Back, which is another Stevie song, and she bewitches us with another great vocal performance. She opens with the intriguing lines, what can I say this time? Which cards shall I play? Before assuring us that though the dream was away, lost even, the dream had just begun. As we all know, Stevie's lyrics can be pretty ambiguous. But again, the song arrangement here is fantastic, from Mick's kickstart drumming to John's plodding bass line and Christine's subtle keyboard touches, and again, the harmonies that sort of ghost in and have a real chilling quality to them. When Christine harmonises with Stevie as she sings Something That You Lost, and it just goes higher in the mix and it's really good. This song is pure Stevie. It has that shimmering, alluring and mysterious quality to it that it's hard to put your finger on, but it all sounds so good. And Lindsay again plays a really great squealing guitar solo that's buried low in the mix, but no less brilliant for that. I think Straight Back is a fantastic song. Up next is Christine's Hold Me, and this feel-good, buoyant offering is pop perfection. Lindsay plays some subtle but really good parts on the 12-string acoustic guitar here, and Christine's trickling piano touches are excellent. And Lindsay and Christine's voices blend so well here. It's a great example of their musicianship and how good their vocals are together. It's got a super catchy and very singable chorus, and I really like those deep Beach Boy styled harmonies too. Lindsay's Oh Diane is next, and this is a beautiful thing. Short and sweet, and has a distinct 50s feel to it in terms of composition and the lyrics with the loving theme. It's a simple song, but the guitar melody is so sweet, and the harmonies that drift in and out of the mix, just perfect. A lovely subtle guitar solo in the middle and on the outro, not overplayed, just serving the song perfectly. It's a gem, and a top 10 hit in the UK, and rightly so. Up next is another Lindsay song with Eyes of the World, and it opens with these crossover vocals from Lindsay and Christine, which pan around the speakers, a trick that they would revisit on Christine's song Everywhere some years later. And I love that country tinged riff that permeates the song. It's so good. And just wait for that blistering guitar solo on the outro, one of Lindsay's best. I love this song and I play it often. And Christine closes side 2 and the album, much like she closed side 1 of the album, with this song of lost love with Wish You Were Here. Christine sings, "There's rain on my window, I can count the drops, but I can't help feeling lonely." The harmonies around the chorus here are particularly pleasing and back Christine's sad lyrics beautifully. And the outro to this song is so beautiful. The harmonies are rich, coupled with Christine's lovely piano playing and Lindsay's superb acoustic guitar solo. It covers some ground, but each note delights. And just listen at exactly 4 minutes 30 for Mick Fleetwood's splashy drum fill. I love that. A great touch. It's a tender ballad, beautifully sung and played especially, and a sweet end to the album. So that was Mirage, and as you can probably tell, I'm a big fan of the album. It's a highly listenable and enjoyable album from start to finish. Not a bad song on there. In the wake of some of the criticism levelled at Tusk, the band made a concerted effort to go back to a more conventional pop rock album. And as a result, Mirage doesn't waver from the band's intent to make a highly melodic and accessible pop rock album. And they do just that with a set of strong songs and catchy choruses and pop hooks. And I certainly think that Mirage is home to Fleetwood Mac's best vocal arrangements and harmonies. They're stunning. And there's at least a handful of truly great Lindsey Buckingham guitar solos here. They're brilliant. The 3 writers come up with at least one great song with Stevie's Gypsy, Christine's Hold Me, and Lindsay's Oh Diane. And Mick and John are such great players, and they're in sync again here, serving the song wonderfully. So when critics, fans and friends are waxing lyrical about the success of Fleetwood Mac, and they're talking about the self-titled album, Rumours, Tusk, Tango in the Night, don't forget to give Mirage its due, because it's very good. So what are your thoughts on Mirage? What do you think of the album? What are your favourite songs from the album? Please leave your comments down below. I'll be interested to read them. And as always, thank you so much for stopping by and watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you for my next video very soon. Until then, peace and love. Bye for now.